Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to Thursday night subscriber date night here with Learn Love Tarot. I am Angie. Welcome along. If you are new here, please trust that the subscribers and members that are in this group are the most lovely of all people, and they will be able to help you as I go into our general reading today, because once I get involved in the reading, they'll be like, oh no, she's in the zone. So they will be happy. I know they're very learned, and they will be happy to answer your questions. And yes, I'm volunteering you all. So hope everybody is doing wonderful with this Kazemi energy today. So we have the Mercury Kazemi. That was at 5 degrees, a man dreaming of fairies. And so that's right. I wanted to grab my fairy deck today if I could remember where it was. I meant to look for that earlier. If you could see my whole new setup here, maybe I'll take a picture and post it, because I'm just so proud of it. It's so much fun. All the cards in one spot. Now to remember where I put everything. Anyhow, we'll do our general reading. And because the moon has already moved into Pisces, I'm going to roll dice after our general reading. And then you will have a chance at your own very free reading tonight. And yes, it is a gold day. It is a 9 path of hidden truth, which is so apropos for this lunation, because it's about a revelation. Okay. So it's a divine inspiration of some sort. And with that Mercury Kazemi energy, we could know by around November 11th. That should have already revealed itself if it has not already. But this is like the clue. Okay, so the Kazemi is the clue to what the aha of a lesson is, where we felt adrift perhaps since January 11th, 111 of 2025. Hey, Miss Brandy. Hey, Miss Crystal, guys. Thanks for joining the party. So this is going to be about opening up to more subtle dimensions of reality. That could be our divine download that comes on a 9-day, once every 9 days. So you might notice that if you have a lot of heavy earth placements on that day, that's the Hermit energy. So you may notice a lot more synchronicities happening on those 9 days. So let's go ahead and get our reading. I want to find out what we're gonna find out here, what this reading is all about today for you all. The general energy. Thanks again. Thanks so much for being here. It's my favorite night of the week. And even though it is a gold day, I have on my Queen Irby High Priestess t-shirt, because it's the Pisces full moon. And that is one of Pisces power cards, High Priestess energy. Divine downloads. Okay. So this aha moment, please and thank you, Spirit. Great angels and guides, ancestors of highest white light, known and unknown, who love us all unconditionally and are helping us navigate towards our best and highest timeline this lifetime. Thank you for bringing messages of direction towards our best and highest good. I trust that whoever needs to find this message, whatever messages they find within this, is meant for them or someone that they will information share with. Please and thank you, Spirit. What's going on here with us opening up to more subtle dimensions of reality? I just saw the web of connectivity card. I'm not sure what number that is, but in my mind's eye, that's what came up. Okay, we've got a 10 energy, which of course is Wheel of Fortune. This is Woodwives, adaptability. So earth energy here, being able to go with the flow and row with the row. Okay, underneath that, deep quiet, meditation and stillness. You might want to keep a notepad by your bed. If you are getting any kind of downloads, they may come to you in the form of dreams here, and certainly in the form of meditation. Anything you see, hear, smell, taste, or touch in your mind's eye, you don't have to do it physically. That is going to be a message for you before your brain gets involved. And then we have benefactor, which We are looking at the this divine download. This is going to be from Spirit. The Spirit's going to help us get on our chariot and move forward, especially where we've been feeling like nothing was moving or where we felt a bit stagnant or stuck. So we've got 10, 11, and 3. So in essence, a 1, 2, 3. And in my notes today, they're attached in the chat. I did 9 steps with the Hermit up on the top, holding his lantern with the star inside. So, judgment energy here with this 20 card feast of plenty. And this is about choices and their consequences. It's the ripple out effect of whatever seed we started planting at the beginning of January 2025. And here's some water energy 23, overflow and plenty, abundance. 43 is going to add to a 7 of the chariot energy here. So a judgment call, something inevitable. And if you notice here, there are 2 swords. So that could be indicative of needing to pick a path, pick a road. And there's also a worker bee. I know that the day that the sun entered Virgo, I drew a little bee, and that could refer back to the day that the sun entered Virgo. And I think, Brandy, you had a song from that day as well. So I would perhaps look at this card and then followed by the Shaman's Dream Oracle. So you can look at the meanings more in depth there for you. There's also a feather there. So that would be my referral to a spiritual message. Crystals enhancing our ability to adapt. Okay. And it does feel like a lucky change here, overwhelm and plenty. The floodgates hath opened. So this can even be, I know, for the Leo eclipse at the beginning of the month on the 12th, that was planting the new seed. And this one that we're experiencing now is going to be the culmination of the story so far. And then we do have 1 sword being chosen here in the environmental energy. Also, another number 10, which is a 37. These might refer to ages. Okay, keep that in mind as well. 37, 43, 20, 64, 11, and 3. Confidence in your magic, confidence in the path that you choose. Think about what is going to have the ripple effects here, the longer lasting, and are they going to be consequences that ripple out and lead us toward our best and highest good? Or are they consequences that are rippling out that repeat a pattern? Okay. So it is with the water, it's water deck time, guys. So let me grab my water deck here. Speaking of more earth, right here on the bottom, we've got Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn energy. Now, Capricorn, you do have Juno, the planet. I wrote about this week. Juno, the asteroid of relationship dynamics, is afoot. And I posted a picture. It looked like there was a bird meeting when I was pulling out of my subdivision. They were all in a row. And then it turns out that very symbol, that 28th symbol, was exactly what that was. It was birds on a line. So you might want to have a look back at that notes. I think that was 2 days ago. So Capricorn energy could have to do with seeking partnership. And we've got the Knight of Pentacles. There you are, Virgo. And we've also got the 6 of Pentacles and Taurus. Boy, we got the trifecta of Earth here in the environmental energy. Let's go ahead and pull right away of what we got here so far. Now, guys, last week we started out with the 5 of Cups. So this weeping willow energy here is not being able to see, hang on, Patsy Cline. Maybe he's crying over me. So you don't know if the gift that's trying to be brought to you here is it, just because it's not here yet, this feast of plenty and overwhelm and plenty. Notice that word twice, two different cards, and the word plenty. See how it's being on offer to us here. So maybe he's crying for me. I go walking after midnight. The Eastern Standard Time of the eclipse is going to happen at 12:12. So 12:12 a.m. for us, 9:12 p.m. tonight for Pacific people. All right, the situation is information revealed. This is something hidden underneath the iceberg. So there's that sword of truth that this Page of Swords has found. And this is about confidence in what is going to be revealed to you. And the opportunity, Page of Cups. Water energy pages aren't associated with signs, but they would just be in general for the water sign. So it is a water opportunity. So think emotions. And this card, he is learning how to scry, but he's distressed, and he has manifested that fish inside the cup, and it's come to life. So it's about making your manifestation real here. And with the Page of Cups energy, and the fish jumping up out of the water, I feel like this opportunity is going to show itself to you very quickly, especially if you've been manifesting it, if you've made the right choices here and understood the consequences. If those consequences were for the best and highest good of all, even if it meant, having to turn somebody else down or not being open to the gifts that someone else was trying to give you, maybe we're just a bit distracted. Page of Swords here. What is this revelation? This is the eclipse energy, the divine download. Okay, let's see what's driving that. We already know it's heavy earth energy. So again, as a reminder, Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, and Six of Pentacles. So the manifestation, you could be manifesting an opportunity for equal energy. Not all decks include the Six of Pentacles as a fair exchange. This is one of my decks that does. Okay, here the mermaids are oxygenating the bubbles. Okay, and then the fairies are carrying them away. The opportunity is a man dreaming of fairies, opening up to more subtle dimensions of reality. Now, it's interesting here with the situation of this new information of truth that you're receiving being driven by the Knight of Pentacles, again, Virgo energy, because she's very studious here. She's very observatory of her surroundings. Pages are all about messages. So again, Mercury energy with the earth element of balance. So a message of balance, a message of equality, okay, of two equal choices. Which one is going to ripple out and have the better consequences for you? Now, this could be here, you could even be telling me, whoever's offering you this pentacles for the querent that I'm pulling for tonight, mother energy there with Capricorn. That could be a lesson to do with a lack mentality. I just had this conversation with somebody yesterday. If you're focusing on if your sort of truth that you choose to focus on one side of the street, let's say you're at a crossroads here, on one side of the street is going to be saying out to the universe, I don't like X, Y, or Z. And then the universe goes, okay, here you go. Here's more of the X, Y, and Z. But this feels like money, guys. It feels like a monetary opportunity here. Okay, and it's observing this sort of, it's something that is buried that will be revealed. Something that is buried that will be revealed. In the recent past here, the sort of truth that could have started 1/1/1 of 2025, January 11th, and Ace is a 1, And this treasure has been untouched. Everything still looks the same from the time that that ship sank. So, what the situation could be revealing here is this long buried truth of overwhelm and plenty, a resource that you didn't expect to be coming your way. Driving that Ace of Swords in the recent past, that's what we came in as last week. So, I'm glad to see the progression here. The Pisces full moon is about forgiveness. That's in my notes today from the Moonology deck. It's also about balancing spirituality and practicality. And the Five of Cups in this deck does speak to honoring the truth of the lesson. So maybe the lesson of what this lack is going to be coming available to you here. Okay, and this is about saying goodbye to a beloved past, Scorpio energy. Scorpio is in the house of secrets. That's the 8th house. So perhaps if if the 5 Virgo falls in your 8th house, this reading is for you. Okay. The revelation, the long buried truth about what have we possibly not forgiven that we're still crying here about a little bit, or still upset or holding on to. What is the gold of that lesson? What is the reward? What is the wheat and not the chaff? Okay, if we're still focusing on the chaff of it, the 5s, I mean, those can be low vibrational frequencies. So we want to make sure we're using this energy properly here. Let's go ahead and look at what the heart of the reading is. 7 of Pentacles. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm sure sick of this card. I cannot not pull it. 7 of Pentacles in this case, very interesting because look, right on top of each other situation, what the whole reading is about. This mermaid here is about to give birth. So, and they're both underneath the iceberg. It's the information that we have not yet seen. It's about to be revealed. Now, let's look at what is driving that 7 of Pentacles. And it's just like waiting it out, observing. Okay, Knight of Swords being the heart of the environmental energy. This would be Uranus and Gemini that is squaring the sun lined up in the cazimi. So work with me a minute here. So we're gonna use my stone here. Sun here on one side and the Mercury conjunction together, opposing or balancing with the moon and Pisces at both 5 degrees of change. Okay, 5 and 5. And then squaring that, we have Gemini, we have the shock of Uranus coming along here to form a T square. See how it looks like a T? At the bottom here would be Uranus and Gemini. That is at the 6th symbol about drilling for oil, having a zealous and impassioned appetite for knowledge. So she's focusing, a lot of swords here. She's focusing on this sword of truth because the emotions of what she's been waiting on here, perhaps after a time of lack or even financial struggle, she knows that if she takes her eyes off of the truth here for 1 second, that wave behind her is going to swallow or pull her under. So this is definitely about balancing that emotionality, the emotional revelation here, and then the intellectual, I put intellectual understanding right here. Emotionality of it, 5 of Cups, Knight of Swords, the intellectual understanding of it, and the observer energy. It's this aha moment, guys. Focus on what you have been already observing, the story that has played out since January of 2025, 1/1/1 of 2025. Let's see what the near future energy has. Here's your surprise. So, Seven of Wands is going to be the last decan of Leo. We've still got Jupiter in the second decan of Leo. So, by the time here, that's going to be the last decan will end in July of 2027. So it could be here, those last 10 degrees could be this near future energy. And this card here, the character was just going about his normal daily Six of Pentacles, his normal daily business. And he was like, oh, snap, there's such things as mer people being surprised. Uranus is the planet of surprise and shock. Driving that Seven of Wands, it's a good surprise. Feast of plenty, overflow, abundance of water. Here is the Piscean energy of Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. You're quite shocked at this because it's about some truth. And maybe you're like, all I had to do was forgive either myself or having the lack mentality, because we understand that's also happiness is a choice. It depends on our perspective of the information that we find. Okay, because in an energy of abundance, this person here is still crying in his pillow. So I don't know if that's someone around you. You're like, I've tried to help. You can, guys, you can lead a horse to water, but you cannot make them drink. So the consequences of changing our thoughts here and also of this forgiveness energy could even have to do with mother energy. Familial ties brings in this abundant energy. Let me look at what the block is. Okay, Four Swords of Healing. Venus in Libra. Today is the last day. She's in her Three of Swords. So then tomorrow she will enter the 21st degree, which is the fourth decan, Four of Swords. So this is healing, willingly putting ourselves kind of on pause there to examine these past truths. Driving that block, yeah, mental anguish. So it's funny that I pulled out my selenite here because the first time I saw this card, I noticed that it looks like she's tied up to a piece of selenite there. The interesting piece or component of this card, especially because it's driving this card here, the block, all the white animals around her. Perhaps that's going to be a sign or signal for you when you see something unusual, such as an albino animal. Maybe you'll see an albino squirrel, for example. There is a white mink here on her shoulder. So if you look up the spiritual significance of a white mink, maybe you want to share it in the chat there. That would be helpful. But this is an energy of a prisoner of our own mind. It's our thought process. It's like forgiving the mother here, guys. So whoever this is for, I feel like you might not have known some information, and maybe this is for a person here who has held some kind of resentment. It maybe even happened to your birth mother in utero. If you were in utero at the time, if you were in her belly, then any trauma that that mother experiences is passed on energetically. The fetus feels that. So you might not even know what this is, and it changes your whole perspective on the shock, and it helps you release some information, release and forgive in order to be able to heal this pattern thought or thoughts of the mind. Wow. Okay. A little bit different reading than I'm used to, but I'm here for it. Now, what Spirit wants you to know, remember the talk about the heart of the environmental energy, that wave of truth could pull her under. The wave of the emotions can pull her under. So in the past, see the scrolls, there's the information. And that is this deeply buried truth here. And yet another sword here, all in a line, our book ending that top sword found underneath the surface. This wave here is getting ready to come and knock the scales of justice back into balance, this truth from the past. Yeah, if that storyline is ringing with you, even in some little way, there's like, oh, maybe I need to ask how the pregnancy was or what was happening for them during that time. I feel like it's something that could really change your entire mindset, because then you're able to hold some kind of appreciation, or in the very least, you're able to heal, because the white animal's sign of divinity, right? This divine inspiration, that aha moment of, oh, that's why things turned out that way, or that's why the household was like that. And I've been carrying that same attitude, or I've been carrying some kind of resentment about information I didn't know. Okay, driving that justice energy. Boy, oh boy, this can't get away from the Gemini. The Gemini energy, that Uranus of shock, is what's thrown a wrench in the works because of that T square. And there's our Two of Swords. It was our first card out, this judgment call. It's the shit or get off the pot energy of pick a side. Pick a side. You can be choose to focus on what you don't have and complain about it, which then of course attracts more, or we can look at the truth and forgive ourselves for having that mindset. And then this overwhelm and plenty, this emotions, this Nine of Cups energy comes flooding in. Okay. Wow. This is quite a different reading today. Potential outcome, the strength energy. So I just told my group chat this morning, and I told Kaylee that my write up today, I gave you guys some look back dates from June to check back for. And on one of those readings, if you got a personal reading on that Thursday night date night, and you had the strength card come out that featured the eclipse, then I definitely want you to go back and look at that reading, because that's what could be coming up right now. That could be what's being revealed right now. Now, in this strength card, if you haven't heard me say, this is the high priestess of the ocean, this whale. And this whale, this intuition, was stuck underwater in the emotions, right? Or in our subconscious. This mermaid had to meticulously cut away the netting in order to free the high priestess of the sea, to reveal this divine download. But the heart of the reading, I mean, it's coming. This could even be like your divine birthright kind of energy, the gifts that your soul brought with you here to this lifetime being revealed to you. Perhaps you've never even heard of scrying. You didn't even know what that was. But if you've ever cloud gazed and saw pictures, or like, oh, look, there's a bunny in the sky, then you were scrying. Okay, because the opportunity here is to find information in these hidden metaphors that then is going to show you where this balanced energy, this fair exchange, is coming in. All right, driving the strength card, Ace of Cups. Okay, and in those notes, in that reading, Venus at the time, Venus was either in Leo or Virgo. It's on the notes, but it was definitely something to do about love, and having the strength to allow new love in, having the strength here to make this choice about new growth or regrowth. So you've heard me say before that these living beings don't think about jumping into a new cup or a new vessel once they've outgrown the the vessel that they're sitting in. They just get up and go. They just go find a new house because they've outgrown that cup. So we can have the strength to push away this information. It's very emotional that we can have the strength to push away the history um, of a relationship, even if the truth is here. What's been buried is there's not going to be a renewal of love. We can have the strength to push it away, or we can use that same energy to pull it in. Let me go ahead and extend this here. Temperance energy, beautiful. So she's got the conch shell and she's also got this historic energy here. So Mercury of communication, bookending that page, strength to temper pain into wisdom. This temperance means time. It's a lot of time has passed here to allow this high priestess to rise up and to get her breath, because she would have perished without that helping hand here. Driving temperance energy, Nine of Swords, the nightmare siren. Tempering an old nightmare. What is the wisdom? What is the lesson? What is the juice of the squeeze here with that Seven of Pentacles of that hard time, that five? We just didn't see it before. Okay, this could be someone even finally accepting help from you that may not have before. Okay, so the heart of the outcome, I mean, this is very painful. Again, Uranus energy, Nine of Swords. She's screaming all night long so that this researcher, notice how much research has come into this reading today. So much so that this researcher has had no sleep because it's the rumination that just keeps playing over and over and over. All right. Book ending the strength card, then a new way of manifesting with the what are those called? A looking glass. Being much more careful moving into the future about how we manifest, because if we change our thoughts, we can change our future, because our thoughts become things very quickly, especially in this eclipse energy here, the end of this story from January of 2025. Driving the Three of Wands, manifesting, you're expecting this truth to come in, but it's accepting it, right? Instead of pushing away the reality of something we once loved and could still love, but we've outgrown it here. Driving that Three of Wands here, what are you expecting the ending? Yeah. So again, Ten of Swords, I don't see the Death card here. So for me, Ten of Swords is not enough for me to go, yep, it's ding dong dead, it's over. But what is releasing the pain of, I've outgrown this and I didn't want to have to make this decision and let it go. But that wave of emotion is coming in with this truth. Spirit wants you to know it's coming. And we had inevitable judgment energy here, this 20 card, voices and their consequences. So knowing that we have to release what is no longer helping us grow, it's harsh. It's not fair. It's not fun, but Ten of Swords, you can choose to stay there, certainly, and then have the consequences of that choice ripple out. But you'll continue to have the nightmare rather than temper that pain into wisdom. Okay. Meditation and stillness, deep quiet, being able to go with the flow, being able to adapt. And then comes the benefactor, the great benefic, Jupiter. Seven of Pentacles, the great benefic Jupiter, once it hits, excuse me, not Seven of Pentacles, where the Seven of Wands go. Here we go. Near future, the surprise. The surprise of the wish fulfillment. Because we can't hold on to old thoughts. We can't hold on to an old way of being. We cannot hold on to whatever it is that you've outgrown here. Okay, for the benefactor, for the benefits to come in, to collect on that Jupiter energy, you're definitely going to want to do some forgiveness work if you haven't already about what has either clinged onto you or what you've clinged onto. Let me get a little bit more. So what Spirit wants you to know here, as soon as that wave of truth comes in about this situation that was underneath the iceberg, here in this deck, these are the anemone and clownfish, and that is about symbiosis. It's about balance. It's about a symbiotic relationship. So if you've outgrown something here, it's most likely because it wasn't equal and fair. It wasn't symbiosis. You weren't getting back what you were giving, or simply you're not getting any new because you've outgrown it. It's been time for the next stage, the next step. Okay, so lots of choices, lots of swords. That Uranus is definitely going to be ramming that sword right in the middle of this eclipse and Cazimi energy. Let me see if I can get a little bit more here on the Strength and the Ace of Cups potential here. Strength and the Ace of Cups, about releasing what you've already outgrown. If we want that ship to come in, okay, I feel like I've already said it. So the 21 card is a successful completion of a cycle. Okay. And there's fish swimming all around it. So that's the lesson of Daddy Sadie, the world card energy. Capricorn and Aquarius, the lesson of transformation, of change, of releasing and letting go of what we've already outgrown. Like I said, I don't see the death card energy. So I feel like this ending here is something that you've either been manifesting it to be easier, which there's nothing wrong with that, but then the work, that's not the end of it. Then we've got to transmute that energy and figure out what was the lesson of it. That's when the benefit, the benefactor, the wish fulfillment comes along, and it's quite a surprise. What's driving that world energy? Yeah. Old patterns and habits that have kept us caught up. This is not something that's going to die. This is something that's already been dead, metaphorically. Okay. It's already been dead. It's a pattern and a lesson that we're meant to learn from. It's an inevitable judgment call here. Capricorn time is going to be towards the end of December. Feels like a little too far out, but it would be included here in the timing of January of 2025 through the end of July 2026. This is the chapter that needs to, the chapter's been closed. Now, this is like putting the book on the shelf, guys. Putting the book of that old pattern on the shelf. We've got Queen of Swords, another sword. Okay. Trying to help figure out or find a way to help you know if this reading is for you, for the truth about a forgiveness. Can I get any more on the recent past here? Possibly back to January of 2025. Eight of Pentacles, something that we put a lot of hard work into. Eight of Pentacles, again, Virgo energy. Eight of Pentacles and Eight of Cups are what's balancing each other. And then we've got the Eight of Swords here as the block, forming that T square with Gemini at the bottom. I hope that visual helps. Okay. So this truth of the past here, Eight of Pentacles. This is everybody do their share here in this card. She is delegating, and everybody's got a job to do. And we already looked at whatever's in balance. It's in balance because you've already outgrown it. Okay, there's just this forgiveness perhaps to help release it. Six of Wands, more Leo energy. Their victory after a long battle of even towing the line here long enough. Do you want to have to keep delegating, or do you want a true partnership, whatever that is for you, business, friend, or love relationship? Okay, no wonder you're tired here. And maybe that's simply why this revelation of this truth, you're more willing now here. Like you can feel it coming, what's been underneath the surface here. And we've definitely been distracted, but the opportunity is for something to come in more balanced, equal, and fair. It's all over the place here. Something that will help you grow further and not keep us stunted in an old lesson. Okay. All right. I feel like that was pretty straightforward. I don't know what you guys think tonight, but I'm ready to roll for you all. Let me say hello. I see an Angela there, so my camera's a little bit further away tonight. So if I get names wrong, please and thank you in advance for your forgiveness. Okay. So we had Crystal says good morning because she's in Australia. We had Crystal and Brittany. There's Miss Judy Jude. Hi, guys. Hi, ladies. So happy to see you. Get a praying mantis on the porch. Ooh, that is super, super cool. I was always fascinated with those. Um, when I was little, I thought they were so cool. I could watch it for hours. Sunbeam Angela, nice name. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for being here. Which is the ambition, guys. Hey, guys, it's Miss Monica. Thanks for being here. Hi, hi, hi. Hey, baby, hey. So happy. I didn't know you were going to be able to be here tonight. That's a nice surprise. Thanks for coming in. And Miss Judy Jude here. You guys ready for me to roll? High Priestess, and that's my shirt. That's right. Love it. If you've never listened to that song by Queen Irby, highly recommended. Highly recommended. Okay, the eggplant message from last week. It came in. That was the Page of Cups. In that deck, it looked like someone was coming bringing the eggplant. All right, guys. I see Brandy's 8. Go ahead and give me your numbers here, 1 through 8. 1 through 8. Okay. I don't think you can zoom in and see that far ahead, but it is not 8. You're allowed to guess as many times as you like. It is 1 through 8, but it is not 7. So keep the guesses coming, and I'll get my table ready here. I wish I could take a picture of the spread. I'll have to put it back together again, and that is totally fine. It is okay. Boy, oh boy, that Uranus drilling for oil there, having a zealous appetite for knowledge, really was showing through on this reading. What you drilling down underneath the surface about? Okay. You'll adapt. Don't worry. Adaptability, again, with that Ace of Cups, is about just getting up and adapting to a new cup because your butt's already hanging over the edge of that cup. You done out whatever this is that you done outgrew. It's time. It's like what do I say? So I put on a little bit of weight since last year. Sometimes I just feel like a busted can of biscuits. That's what that Ace of Cups is like in that deck. It's a busted can of biscuits, something we're busting at the seams over. Time to grow. All right. As a side note, interestingly, Diana, the independent, sometimes single women, sometimes child free women, asteroid Diana is exactly conjunct with the Pisces eclipse. So I think that's pretty cool. We also have Salacia that is in an exact conjunction at 14 degrees Aries or less than 14 Aries. Salacia is in retrograde, which is Neptune's wife, where we can experience emotional flooding, deep and intimate love, okay, hidden opportunities in relationship underneath the iceberg. And that is exactly conjunct with Daddy Sadie, also in retrograde in Aries. It's the serpent coiling near a man and woman. And that's like double the lesson. That's like, okay, if you don't, you get the spanking from Daddy Sadie and not the fun kind. If you don't show that you've learned the lesson, or you don't temper that pain into wisdom. Well, there's the strength card again. And then we have the devil in the reverse. You can choose to let fear take over, but that serpent coiling near a man and a woman is about tuning into natural rhythms when you outgrow the cup, it's just time to go when our ass is hanging over the edge. And instead of being enslaved by need, okay, by need, which is ego, okay, being enslaved by need. No, I need to take care of so and so, or I need to fill in whatever excuses we tell ourselves. We've all been there. Okay. Until we're ready. Okay. But I think it's super interesting that Salacia and Saturn are both in retrograde at 14 Aries. A little bit of Adam and Eve energy. Okay. We also had Black Moon Lilith change signs today. So if you've got anything at 29 Sagittarius, she just clicked over into exactly 28 degrees. So that'd be the 29th lesson. And that's about reconciling social expectations with our own personal ideals. Okay. So I see 8, 6, 7, 4, 5, 7, 1, and 3. Thanks, guys, for voting there. It is a 7. So keep in mind, let's see who the first person to say 7 was. 8, 6, 2, 4, 5, 7. Miss Judy Jude. I don't think anybody else said 7, but it was indeed a 7. All right. Speaking of Aries there, we've got Aries power card. Also for Scorpio, Queen of Wands, Mars energy coming through. All right. So Judy Jude, I don't know if you're getting ready here to get your groove back on with that Scorpio or Aries energy, tuning into natural rhythms. All right, let's go for Judy. What messages of direction? Your favorite card, Judy. You want to say it? Okay, get your bucket stick ready. That's what's showing up here, being driven overall. You're saying fuck it to whatever nightmare is happening. If you ain't sleeping much right now, it's like Calgon, take me away. If you're old enough to remember that commercial, guys. That's from the 70s. All right, we have here the situation being the Page of Cups. Opportunity, 7 of Pentacles. What's driving that Page of Cups we saw was the 9 of Swords. Calgon, take me away. You just want a magic wand, whatever this is. away from you, driving the situation. You're bossing up, lady, here. So that Queen of Wands makes sense. You're being the one to delegate. And maybe these are the people that are distracted, and you're like, come on, we got shit to do. Driving the Seven of Pentacles, the opportunity is the King of Wands. So, possible match here, gun to Leo energy, Seven of Pentacles, this opportunity of passions brewing here. This is a little spark that turns into a lot, Judy. There's the Eight of Cups of tonight's eclipse energy. Letting a sleeping giant lie. You're all focused on the creativity, the new spark of something, the newness, news, double pages, Mercury Kazemi. Okay. Driving that full moon energy there, what sleeping giant that you've walked away from and are letting lie, the hard earned lesson. Again, in my notes, I have the Hermit pictured at the top of the steps. Let's see, today's date adds up to 45. 45 years ago was 1981. Let me know what was going on for you if you was alive then. I would have been, how old was I? I would have been 9. So here's the 9 card here of the Hermit. Whatever sleeping giant you have let lie, okay, that is what brought you all this wisdom and all this 9 of experience. 99 problems, but what ain't one? Delegating, balancing energy, being the well-learned person twice here. Okay. Part of the reading. So 1981 was a special 19 year, the sun, a special 19 year of cycles. So, ooh, Two of Cups driving that love cycle here. Situation, Page of Cups, either someone saying, I love you or I'm sorry. Thank you for getting all this mess organized, being the organizer. Near future energy. 5 of Wands I do like in this deck. It's one of my only 2 decks I have where those team members are acting as a team to rebuild the star. Okay, so the star energy and the traditional Rider-Waite, they're using their wands to attempt to form a star, but their teamwork is not team working. There's infighting and there's ball hogging. Hody do. And in this deck, near future, who you whip it into shape here? Family. So the 10 of Pentacles, as you know, is 40 cards in one card. It includes the 10 of Cups. So you're getting this is like legacy. I've learned a thing or two. And I feel like while you're not looking, while you're focusing on action of what's been brewing of, okay, let's no more waiting here. We got to evaluate if the juice is worth the squeeze. Your experience is helping. I feel like we got this for you before. Your wisdom, but it's not like you're being the wise sage, but you're not doing it in a way that would oppose the people because they're all for it. Whatever you're delegating here. And then I think while you're busy doing that, here comes an opportunity for the happiest damn card in the deck. Damn. Okay. Well, there you go. It hasn't gotten here yet because it's in the block position, but more Aries energy, the Fool, also Aquarius. This is about getting your land legs. moving from sea to land or vice versa, driving the block, the Fool. There it is. You learned a thing or two about a thing or two. It's just not here, but here comes this abundance with this change, with this new life energy. What Spirit wants you to know, don't get all caught up by something sparkly. Devil energy to the lovers. Yeah. Don't get too caught up in what is falling here, because again, the situation is you're helping organize. You got everybody doing some teamwork here to repair this tower or to repair this shock of whatever here was, what maybe you feared that there wasn't going to be much, or that something was going to trap you while you weren't looking, or while you don't have to be as diligent here moving forward. You can chillax a little bit. Potential outcome, again, movement. So the Chariot energy, this is a role reversal. So when I was talking about you're not delivering it in a, you gotta do, like, you're not being like a, it's not like a dictator. It's a true leader that inspires people to want to do things because of the wisdom that you hold. It's all in the way that you're saying it, the way that you're delivering or delegating to these younger people here. You're helping them stay focused on the opportunity. Okay, what is it that you want? How can we get to that goal? It's very teachery. Now, in the potential outcome, there are two people in this Chariot energy, this role reversal, and that's being driven by the Two of Wands, another Aries energy, action here. It's like you can choose to focus on the boo-hoo of it all, or you can choose to focus on what the next step is, because the volcano is going to blow, and you've learned a thing or two about volcanoes that have blown. Thought you might like that one. That was just for you, Judy. Now, let's see, what's this role reversal? It's a different choice. Role reversal, Chariot, 9 of Wands. Okay, change of pattern, reverse of pattern. 9 of Wands can be the minor arcana for the devil energy, because it's patterned things that have got us caught up for. I feel like you're sharing the wisdom of a pattern. It's like if a tower is going to go, it's going to go, but you don't have to be caught up in it. Are you teaching someone how to not have a regret for decision made? Empress, yeah. There's that eclipse. So whatever old patterns here that you've walked, I feel like that's what you're teaching with. What's driving that 9 of Wands, the 4 of Cups? Yeah, the pattern of emotional dissatisfaction. You don't want whoever this is, whoever you're, I'll say, coaching here, you don't want them to walk in the same step, because you learn a thing or two about a thing or two. Eclipse energy. What's eclipsing? The Empress energy coming in soft. In an energy, are you teaching them to surrender instead of going through years and years of pain of a pattern? It's like you're saving, because of what you had to go through here. You're saying to these people, this friends, family, coworkers, whoever, it's everybody in our life that we care about. This is legacy. Your legacy now turns a 5 of Wands of jealousy, strife, and competition into how can we work together as a team. I kind of feel like you're saying what I'm saying tonight in that general reading. It's the way that you think about it. You can sit and boo-hoo about the 4 of Cups all you want, and then 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you're just going to keep feeling that way. But as the maternal figure here, this is the old be the palm tree so that you can bend and flow with the storms of life. Because if we were rigid like the mighty oak in a tower or in a storm, those break in half. So you're teaching someone here how to act as within a team, go with the flow, and then wish fulfillment is driving that Empress energy. You're showing them how to rule reversal. You're teaching from what you have learned. Okay. Let me get you a wisdom of the oracle so you can look up if this is a financial, a general, or a love message for you today. But I mean, remember, guys, Two of Cups, what you want wants you here in your environment. And it's freaking happiness here. If you give happiness, then you're receiving happiness back. It's the heart of the reading. Two of Cups is a spectrum. So it can be anything from siblings, neighbors, work partnerships to love partnerships. All right, advice for Judy, advice and context here for Judy. And tonight, just for the special eclipse, I'm going to pull you guys a charm to see if we can find out a sign that with that charm of the divine inspiration that is going to lead to the intellectual understanding. Okay, there's a 32, which is the 5 energy here and now. This is the pause. You're like, just breathe. Let's get our ducks in a row here. And this shifts like generational energy for you here. Wow. And of course, Luther Vandross, I can't not see this card without thinking about that. But this egg, you're sitting right on top with the angel wings here. And she's in between the past and the future. And that's what is the juice worth the squeeze? Well, it depends. If you see it, you want it, it's yours. If you want it, you got to go get it rather than sit in an energy of regret about coulda, woulda, shoulda, because we can stay in the 4 cups a long time. It's a change of perspective. A change in the wind. Okay. I like that. Looks like, yeah, heading north because the leaves are scattering to the south. And that is a 12 energy of the Hanged Man. So whatever might have been stuck, this is this aha moment. Oh, even from my own experiences, I can change someone else's life by nipping it in the bud and showing them a more balanced way from all the lessons that I've learned, because you're doing the teaching here. Okay, I hope that helps you. And let me get you a sign of this divine inspiration that leads to intellectual understanding. There's 2 here. So you got, I wish I could show you this. It's 2 little nuts. So not only is the squirrel, it's like, move your butt. Trying to get a squirrel to move your butt. If you want this, this is how you do it. There are 2 acorns here. The seeds that are planted. And then you've got mask or different hat. If you want to think of a mask as a hat that landed on the sun. Yeah, this is a role reversal. I don't know that anybody expects this of ya. Or maybe they've already seen it, but I mean, you're like, learn from my past towers. You can sit and bellyache all you want about them, or you can accept that that's the change and we can move forward. It's about a change in perspective that you're teaching here. And it looks like it ends up bringing you some kind of partnership coming your way that's of equal balance with yours. Pretty damn beautiful, Judy Jude. All right. Guys, ready to roll. You're going on a cruise? Oh, how fun. Love it. I was just talking about that. Who was I talking about that with? Um, oh, my aunt and uncle. They just got back from an Alaskan cruise. I've been on two and I had a ball. I mean, I loved it. Anytime anybody else has the itinerary and it's like, this is what we're doing, you can go and do this. This is what's happening on the excursion. This is where we're landing. That's perfect for me. All right. Roll, roll, roll. 1 through 8. New number. Could be the old number, but you never know. All right. So the I just rolled. So go ahead and put your numbers in again. I see 4, 5, 6. There are 5 other numbers other than 4, 5, or 6. 4, 5, and 6 are not it. You're so welcome, Judy June. You're so welcome. And you're doing the teaching crazy month. Okay. And look what I just pulled open there. Loyal heart. Okay. That's a key to something. It's a key to balance there for you, Jude. Okay. It is not 4, 5, 6, 2, or 3. Okay. I gave a little clue. There's only 3 numbers left that it could be. It's not 4, 5, 6, 2, or 3. If nobody gets it, I'll just roll again. Crystal, it is indeed 7 again. Okay. All right, Crystal. We were joking about the eggplant, but I think that came out to confirm last week when I got that page of cups that was had the eggplant. That was so funny. All right, Miss Crystal, what's going on for you here? Situation. So you're releasing something here. Let's figure out what. Okay, if you turn down the eggplant, the Page of Cups energy, that could be what the situation is, like just releasing it, let me put you out of your misery. But the opportunity is for a King of Pentacles. So when you turn down a page, when you let a page out of your hands go, then your hand is open to receive a king energy. Driving the Ace of Wands, the Gemini energy there, Knight of Swords. You're focused on what it is that you want. You know what you don't want. And the energy here, Libra energy, healing, love, releasing old lessons. Okay, and yeah, letting a sleeping giant lie here with this opportunity of the full moon. Driving the King of Pentacles, Taurus energy, and we already said 4 of Swords here. The situation is coming up because I talked about Venus moving into the last decan of Libra tomorrow. So, and all the way through until Venus enters Scorpio, which is on, you might want to write that down, September 10th, Venus enters Scorpio. So something before then, because you let a sleeping giant lie, because you said no to what you didn't want, without worrying that something else wasn't going to come around. Yeah. Wish fulfillment. You're like, I'm happy where I am. Things is good around that. Page of Wands. So using that effort stick, it's going to have to be more than just an eggplant because if you're not going to add to my already happy life and my sense of adventure, then go away, don't bother me. All right. Heart of the reading, Page of Swords. So what's buried from whatever you've released, I feel like you've gained the wisdom of whatever it is that you said no to so that this healing could come in. This might even be love because King of Pentacles is Venus as well. Because you walked away or because you turned down one, because you turned down a page, we didn't even have a page on the board yet, You get a king as the opportunity. Let's drive in underneath the surface. Again, underneath the surface. This time it's on the bottom of the deck, whereas before it was situation page with the heart of the reading, 7 of Pentacles. Is the juice worth the squeeze? Oh, that's 2 cards. Near future, 2 of Pentacles. Getting very busy here, being driven by the 5 of Swords. All's fair until someone gets hurt. We don't play with knives or else we get hurt here. It's a little bit of a distraction. So, opportunity to let a sleeping giant lie from the past. I feel like you're releasing and forgiving somebody that fucked around and found out, or was just like very childlike in their energy. They were either juggling or being distracting. Maybe it's like universe going, are you sure we're done with pages? Let's see. The block, 7 of Swords. That would be about, in this deck, taking only with you the information, the wisdom gained. You know what makes you happy. You know what turns you on, what lights your fire. I'm not seeing here where you're holding on to anything that doesn't. Hierophant, yeah, you've already learned. I said you've already learned that temperance energy. Tempering pain and wisdom. There it is right there, the Hierophant. You've learned a thing or two here about only taking forward the lesson and not the pain. I like that. What Spirit wants you to know? Another King of Swords. This has to do with Pluto's transformation. Understanding the necessary lessons. It's at the symbol of a Hindu healer. Understanding the necessary lessons to heal ourselves of distortions of light. The pain is data, it's useful information. You see the truth of this, whatever you've observed here. It's like, I'm not tricked or enamored by the size of the iceberg. I gotta know that they've got a brain under there and have other qualities than just, some fun. All right. Yeah, the truth about towers, Mars energy. So suddenly, shockingly, surprisingly, I feel like this is Uranus. What is the shock and the truth of it? I have arrived. You have arrived. I just heard I have arrived. And the potential outcome, there's the money, honey. Queen of Pentacles. Driven by Ace of Pentacles. This is a 3D tangible reward here. The only thing that doesn't make, that's like, what's this foolishness here in the near future? Clarify 2 of Pentacles driven by 5 of Swords. What's that childish energy there that, like, be careful, because when you ain't looking, it can actually get distracted and someone can get physically hurt. And there's an ending here, the carelessness of humans. So 2 of Pentacles, someone being distracted. Is that for work? That's true. 2 Queens, Wands, Swords. There's the temperance energy. There's the, if at first you don't succeed, try again. 6 of Swords, 6 of Pentacles. Balance. Give me more on this what's this carelessness about? Someone that reaches for, so it'd be like if this deck, it's like her arms are full. She's already collected all the gold, right, that her arms could hold. And then she goes to reach for one more thing, and that's what gets her in the trap. So, carelessness of a human. This could be like, are you warning somebody here? Like, this is a serious thing. Don't fuck around with machinery. Don't mess or don't be careless. You got to be fully focused and paying attention to what you're doing here. It's like if your hands are full, make the second damn trip. Don't try to, add on to this. Yeah, judgment energy. Driving that pattern. F around and find out. Yeah, it's some kind of carelessness. Is this? Yeah, not paying attention right underneath that. Okay. Well, let me get to the advice here because that might tell me more. Opportunity is to walk away from some kind of sleeping giant, full moon, but then, opportunity, King of Pentacles, potential outcome, Queen of Pentacles. This might be, that's like marriage kind of energy, honey. 35 card, loyal heart. Then we've also got this 5 of orphaned. The F around and 5 out, the 5 of swords. I wouldn't be too sad. Whatever sleeping giant you're let lie is to clear space. Bottom of the deck, 22, Master Builder, blessed. And that she looks like she's in a little Merkaba energy there, which is the Soul Chariot. Sorry I couldn't get more for you. This is like a safety warning here. It feels like you're telling someone, be careful, don't be distracted, or put something down, make the second trip, don't try to overburden your loan because they're gonna fuck around and find out. But I feel like it's really gonna, like, they could get seriously injured here. They gonna learn. Yeah, master builder. I don't know if you're going to be on a construction site or whatever you're building here. And then that's a 222, 6 energy, 22 and the 2 of Pentacles. Maybe a car, overloading a car or hauling something. But the carelessness of humans is happening around you. So maybe make sure like your oils change and all that kind of fun stuff. 46 energy, regeneration. It could be a person coming back from the past that's trying to distract you. Another page energy, from the king energy, like that marriage potential. I say keep your eye on the prize here. I feel like you see the truth of the tower coming before it does, but I mean, all you can do is warn them, honey. I don't feel like that's you. But someone around you is not going to listen to you after you told them to be careful, and I feel like they get really hurt here. All right, let me get you some charms. A sign of divine inspiration. Oh, I'll get it, your squeeze. A sign of divine inspiration that leads to intellectual understanding. Maybe you warn them ahead of time. Oh, that's a lot. Okay. So in the recent past, I've got double hearts here that was on the 2 hearts of that loyal heart energy. In the middle, unicorn. Face down is a cat next to the King of Pentacles. Maybe there's a King of Pentacles or this energy that needs to gain independence because the cat was face down. Maybe the opportunity is that someone walks away from something on their end. And we've got rabbit. Yeah, this rabbit energy. I knew that near future stuff was important. I just couldn't quite. I mean, 3 major arcana when I tried to clarify it. They better listen to you. Heart of the reading, whatever you find out, there's the Owl of Wisdom here. You're observing the truth, or you see something happening, you see something's going to be a potential problem. That's what it is. And then it's like someone's trying to save money, and you're like, I wouldn't do it. and then they fuck around and find out. You've got Wheel of Fortune and the Captain's Wheel energy here. Jupiter luck on this opportunity. Maybe you get a raise out of it. Maybe someone's like, oh, we should have taken her more seriously. Yeah, you saw the truth of this tower before it happens, and you done warned somebody. That's about all you can do, babe. Okay. But then somehow either you're getting more money for it or put in a leadership position, or we got love coming in. None of those are bad. So I hope that helped and made some kind of damn sense. Okay. You just told your friend to travel safe. No way. Okay. I hope they listen. I hope they got their car checked out before they left. Okay, guys, while I clean up this spread, where'd my, well, there we go. Clear across. Go ahead and put your numbers in 1 through 8. You can put in as many guesses as you want. You can do it multiple times. I don't care because you never know if when I go down the list, if nobody's guessing it and you guessed a second time, then there you go. I see 5. I see 4. I see a 2. Sunbeam Angela. It is your lucky day. Crystal, look at that shiz. Judgment call. It's like a turn of fate. I feel like you get something out of it here that you weren't expecting because you're just like, oh, I was just doing my job, or um I was just saying. But it could actually like really cancel out some kind of a something worse happening. Because I feel like with that 5 of Swords and the kids there, they don't think it's any big deal. Maybe like messing around, you know how people will fuck around on a job site. Sunbeam Angela, I have a mouth, so you haven't guessed that yet. You got to work. Oh, thanks, Monica. I'm so happy to see you here tonight. Um, Miss Angela here. You got a 2 of Cups. What you want you. We'll see if that comes back in the cards. I like to shuffle pretty well here. But oh, there's Queen of Cups. And there's the Empress energy. Damn. And I just saw 4 of Wands, the 11-11. Okay. What's hidden is the wisdom of the lessons learned here. All right. Mercury energy in Virgo, card of Virgo, finding poise amongst emotional turbulence. That's where Mercury's going after opening up to more subtle dimensions of reality. All right. Get both uncross. I don't always get that message. So uncross. These are my way here. Uncross. Uncross my legs, but that's none of my business if you want to do that. Going to a workplace company anniversary dinner event in a few weeks. Oh, cool. Okay. I would also check out my notes today because I made a reference to quite a few dates, and they referred back to I think there was like double lovers energy in the sky. Maybe one of those dates will resonate for you. And I also linked those readings and the notes attached to the dates because in June, after doing those, I went all the way to August 27th today and made a note to look back at those certain dates. So, all right, here we go. His Sunbeam Angela, messages for the best and highest good here. What does she need to know today? All right. I don't know if your sun sign is an air sign here or just have heavy Aquarius placements here, but you're coming in as the King of Truth. Major Arcana is a situation, an inevitable judgment call. This is a lesson your soul set up, also includes people that resurface back into our lives. If you can see the souls being reborn here, could have to do with past life connection, especially seeing all that love energy. And I mentioned inside the Hermit's lantern that was face down, the opportunity inside the Hermit's lantern is the star. So the hope, the wish, the dream, the connection. Okay, driving your King of Swords, devil energy. This is like you facing your fears. You know what you've overreached for in the past. You know that if I had my hands full of gold and diamonds and gifts, to be thankful for that and not to reach for extra. Be happy with what you got. What's driving the judgment call situation? Four of Pentacles, what you've held on to before. So you're seeing the truth, the heavy truth of this lesson. So this judgment call might be coming back around here for you because Four of Pentacles is about what we are. It's kind of like a miserly energy in the situation is about what I've hung on to or what I've clinged to before. And Pentacles, I don't know how much tarot you watch or you're familiar with since you're new here today. Thanks for being here. But Four of Pentacles can be like hoarding, right? So this judgment, this lesson that's coming back around could be the truth of things that you've held on to, which was patternized, or since the Four of Pentacles is coming up in the environmental energy around you, this is a lesson about a person who has held on to your energy, recycling back around. And interesting here, if you can see, I'll let you take a screenshot if you care to do that. But both of these, you might want to Google spiritual significance of a nautilus. So this nautilus shell is, I mean, they're very old, right? Fossils. This is a fossil. This is an old relic, an old fear. You're seeing the truth of an old fear about a person or a pattern that has kind of held you tight, held you fast. But the opportunity here is to attach to a long held, the truth of what your actual long held wish, dream, and hopes are. Okay, so this is a person coming your way. King of Cups would be Scorpio energy, sometimes Pisces, depending on the deck or the reader. This is my jacked up. If you know who Ray LaMontagne is, you might want to jot that down as well. And guys, I would even go forward. I'm going to do that as soon as we're done here. I'm going to mark November 2nd to come back and look at this reading, 112, which is the 1111 energy I saw in the Four of Wands. Okay, so a long held dream. This is my jacked up Ray LaMontagne. Of diplomacy, of fairness, of someone that is very emotionally mature. Okay, their love language might be acts of service rather than words. It's like, I just want some fucking peace, Ange. Pardon my French. Okay. Let's see in the recent past. Yeah. So in the general reading, when we talked about love, that I love that you've outgrown, you could see the truth of that or see the lesson of that now. Because kings take action. They're the fixed energies. And Aquarius is book ending here, Scorpio. And I just was talking about opportunity. This love opportunity might be coming up, this dream come true once Venus enters Scorpio. Okay, that's September 10th. What's driving that Ace of Cups? Page of Pentacles, a message of love, a past love that you've already outgrown. Yeah, maybe one even that you're like, oh, just one more time. Let us go do fill in the blank. One more time, one for the road. One for the road. Okay. One for the road. The chariot. So role reversal here. And there's two people in this card. So you're like, I just want peace, diplomacy, fairness, someone's emotionally intelligent, not someone who I'm just like, okay, this is the last time, whatever that means for you. What's driving this chariot? So, a chariot's a delivery of our heart's best intentions. We can only do that when we fully understand what we've outgrown and we've moved out of that cup that we've outgrown. Okay. I feel like it's somebody, you're getting a message from somebody you've already outgrown. Okay. Uh, Heart of the reading on the environment that is driving that chariot, wisdom gained. I learned this lesson before. And again, the star is inside the chariot. And the star is your opportunity. So, I mean, I know it's hard to turn down a fun rodeo, especially if it's been a while since the last rodeo. But I hope you get my drift there. I think you're telling them no. They're you are releasing this person. You're releasing the sexy, I see it, I want it, it's mine. You're like, I'm done with the fire. I want someone emotionally mature that's not just there for a good time, but not a long time. You want something deeper, you want something bigger. And the near future, you're releasing this person that you've outgrown. I don't know who that is for you, but it's role reversal. I feel like that might surprise them. The block position. So, since you're new to my readings, my position, my card number 7 is always a block, and I read the shadow element of the card. But because out of 78 cards in the deck, this one card fell in this position. So it's on, the energy's on the table. The energy for the new start, the energy for role reversal. She's moving from water to land, something more grounded, more stable, less emotionally tumultuous. You've outgrown the tumultuousness of like getting excited every time this person is like, hey, I have a little page offer for you. And whenever they want you to taste their rainbow. Okay, hope I'm not scaring you. Guys, let her know that I'm normal. I just have a mouth. I told you. It's the magic stick. Ace of Wands in the block position. They come and be like, hey, want to taste my rainbow? Not kidding. Um, okay, well, that is a daddy saddy Saturn test. So this is inevitable judgment call. It's kind of like Spirit's like, are you sure you're done with that old magic stick from the past that you already done outgrew? Because in the near future, here they come again. And they're a shark. They circle their prey, right? And you're telling me finito, done deal. I'm focusing on my actual wish and hope and dream. It'll be up to you to release it though. Okay. All right. What does Spirit want you to know? You cutting them off. There's an actual energetic match. You stay in your personal truth, okay, about what you already know to be true about what this is that you've outgrown. because the Queen of Swords is Venus energy, Libra energy, and that's where we are right now. And we are at, literally for this reading, girl, situation 20. It's on my motherboard, but the 20th lesson of Venus in Libra is the foundation of traditional teachings has already been laid down. It's the end of the heartbreak, the Three of Swords. Tomorrow starts the healing of this. So Venus being driven by another queen. I want something with substance. That's my truth. 3D reality, not just a fantasy, not someone that just hangs on to my energy, because it is, you see the truth of this pattern. I don't think I'm telling you anything new here. You already see the truth of it, but it does feel like I wasn't, I say some shit on here, but I mean, that's unreal. They want you to taste the rainbow again. And you're like, nah, I'm doing my 180 role reversal. I'm only going for things that are actually tangible. Okay. What I just say? I'm only actually going for things that are tangible. This is time, energy, money, resources, effort. Okay, I'm ending things that are there for a good time, not a long time, no matter how damn sexy they are, because this person is fucking sexy. I'm sure it's not easy to say no, but you stay focused on that tangible. Yeah. What's driving that is because you've been so dissatisfied in the past. And it's like, oh, it sounded fun when they offered to taste the rainbow, but then all I got was this stinking t-shirt and a hangover. But there's this cup of love there. And that's what you don't see, because when you're messing around with old Hottie McHotterson, we could miss out on the King of Cups. It's actually offering the cup of love, and the King of Wands is only holding on to the wand. I'm not sure how old you are, but yeah, you're wanting something more here. And because you do, you're like, oh, I want something tangible and real. I'm using discernment about that. And that's the reward that you get. Oh, that's the Emperor energy. That's all four of the kings. So not only is this person emotionally intelligent here, what's going, oh, this is like legacy. This could be like the long time marriage, 10 of Pentacles, Emperor. This is the big one, Lamont. Okay, Queen of Wands, that is bookending that Ace of Pentacles. You getting your groove back here, Stella, getting your groove back. Driving that is, yeah, leaving, they're going to be crying in their Wheaties, but I mean, you cried in your Wheaties plenty of times and all you had to show for it was a hangover. So, you're like, I don't mess around with just the wand anymore. I want all the kings. And most of all, one that is emotionally secure and mature. Okay. These have love, money, and general readings in here. They also have protection messages. The protection message, because you got this double energy, which is the sister energy to the lovers. To get to the lovers, we have to deal with that devil energy of our patterns. Okay. So I would read all four of the messages, and you're just gonna Google the name of the card followed by wisdom of the tarot. Exchanging gifts there. No place like home here in the future. You could be moving. 5 energy of change. You're definitely changing up. Oh, hang on. Let's have my right on that one. Yeah, co-create. The heart of the reading here, someone is in there with you. Okay. Leopard never changes their spots. There's the Owl of Wisdom, and then there's this new egg of possibility for Emperor energy. Okay, I only co-create with emperors. And this is really giving you a lot of confidence. Well, I don't know why I wanted to look at that, but there's that again. This is going to be important because it's attached to this judgment energy, this fossil. This is like a deep soul lesson. All right. Wow. Emperors and empresses only want to co-create with their equals. So only an equal exchange will do here for you in the future. I like to see that. All right, for Angela, what's a sign of this divine inspiration that will lead to the intellectual understanding? The context of this conclusion that's within reach. Okay. So the anchor is landing here next to the devil energy. What drags you down? You see the truth of that. Oh, you got a camel here. So maybe this happened over a long period of time. It was hard to break this habit or this person. Sorry, I'm focusing on a person. I don't even know if this is resonating for you. Book of knowledge here, right in the middle. You already learned this lesson. And another owl. That's what this co-create, owl of wisdom. And here's the horse. We are in the year of the fire horse. If I can get it picked up here with my nails. Stallion here. So these might be signs or symbols that you will see. This is a long, long, long lesson. I feel like this is a long soul lesson, and your soul is like, okay, we're doing this lifetime. We are learning it. We are ready to evolve. I hope that helped you. I hope that helps you out a little bit there. Good. I'm glad you're open-minded to meeting someone. You released another person that was going, oh, okay. Well, they're there for a fun time, right? Oh, see you, Miss Peg. Love back to you, babes. And then got it. Yep. Very, yep. I know what you're saying. Know what you're talking about, but I see your, unless it's an equal exchange, you ain't having none of it. So no matter how nice their wandy rainbow is. All right, emotionally mature suitors only, please and thank you. You might see an owl in a book. I mean, camel's kind of a random sign to see, but you might. Stallion, firebird, maybe they drive a Mustang. And an anchor energy too. Just jot those down for the heck of it. Write them down on November 2nd and have a look back at this message then. Because I think you'll want to revisit it. Okay. Oh, what I say? There's a little girl here. This is an old lesson. Old lesson. Not even doesn't have to be to this lifetime, right? That could be an old soul lesson that your soul's like, right, we're doing this. Let's do this. Could be a change of home as well, but it's definitely when we say no to the things that are not of the same value that we are putting in, we open up to better value, higher ticket items. Well, it looks like that's what you're doing, girl. So good job. Okay, you guys ready to roll? I keep losing my dice right in front of my dang face. Okay. 1 through 8, guys. 1 through 8. Let's go. Yeah, yep, that's right. Hard to release those, but you still you got to do what you got to do. I know. Yep. I don't know if you were or had a chance to look at last week's reading, but it's definitely like you can't have one foot stuck in one thing and then be wishing for another thing at the same time. Doesn't work that way. All right, Brandy, it is number one. Okay. See, that's the way to play. Let's throw in all the numbers. Good job. All right, Miss Brandy, what's going on for you? Now, what was the song again from 1985? That was such a good, was it Barge? You'll have to remind me, girl. I already forget. Was it Freshy So Fresh? I can't remember. Okay. Messages of the best and highest good for Brandy. Just saw the Hermit there. Oh, and that this Hermit card, it's an octopus, right? So didn't we get adaptability on the oracles, I think? Yeah. I'm gonna leave that out. 64, 10, Wheel of Fortune energy. Okay. So Woodwives. I would have a checkout of that Shaman Stream Oracle because, and there's fall leaves around her. And it's like dawn. It's like a morning time energy. And then this Hermit card here, like I was saying, it's an octopus. So that's about they can change colors. They change, I mean, you're super smart. They change their texture. They can squeeze into anything. So I feel like this is saying like you're gonna adapt to new here. 9 and 9, 9 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles under that. 99 problems, but what ain't one? Looks like money here coming in. Nurturing, um, Queen of Pentacles, just being very independent. Okay. All right. Messages for Brandy. Best and highest good, please and thank you. Okay, Page of Cups. So learning a new skill here. Situation, 7 of Swords. Only taking with you what's necessary. Driving the Page of Cups, 3 of Pentacles. So a trine energy. In the Mermaid deck, it's a fairy, a frog, and then a human. So a fairy, a frog, and a human walk into a bar. What's driving that 7 of Swords? Communication, only taking with you what's needed. There's that Sag energy. So the symbol of Black Moon Lilith has moved into the 29th symbol, which is finding a way to reconcile social expectations with our own personal ideals. Okay. I feel like holding on, you're communicating your ideals, you're holding that to the truth of you. You're like, yeah, I'm adaptable, I can fit into any situation, but now it's about, well, what do I want to be adaptable to? Like your choice here. Oh, ear squeeze. Okay, opportunity is to leave behind a dead fish here, a dead whale. Yeah, there's an ending of some sort. Who are you putting 3 swords in? I mean, the opportunity here is to bury it to complete the cycle of it, because that fish is already on the ice. It's their mourning here after something that's already gone. So the situation is about focusing on the fire, focusing on the new, focusing on what was the lesson messenger, what was the lesson of this Three of Pentacles, this collaboration. Now, there is Three of Swords. I don't have enough evidence yet of what might have been you, another person, and then a third energy. Let's see. Well, there's three out of the four threes. So Three of Cups in the recent past. Someone you might have had a reunion with here. Yeah. And then again, symbiosis was lacking. This was based on shared past history, the scrolls of the past, but it wasn't balanced because the justice is off kilter here. There's this sword rolling in of truth. You're taking the truth with you, or you're communicating the truth of something here. What is this opportunity that is ending? To end something that was already ding done. End of sorrow, the end of heartbreak. Okay. Choosing not to sit around and grieve about it, but taking the wisdom from the lesson is what would be for the best and highest good of all involved here. And it's like it gets you your fire back. Okay. Heart of the reading. Another freaking 3, 12, 1 plus 2. That's the Hanged Man. You're doing a 180 here. You're leaving this unbalanced situation behind. You're getting the aha moment of it, the revelation of it. It says what's it being eclipsed out. We're done with it. Driving the Hanged Man. Yeah. Strength, releasing the High Priestess, focusing on what is an animal that's still alive and not something that's already ding dong dead, metaphorically. Only you would know what that is. Near future, Nine of Swords being driven by the Hermit. Again, the wisdom learned here from this nightmare. Yeah, it hurt. But you're like, okay, again, to the adaptability. Oh, I just got Big Girls Don't Cry again. This is my personal, but I just have to show you that. Big Girls Don't Cry. And I put a star next to handle unfinished business. The stars inside the lantern. But I've got to get a move on with my life. I'm only taking what's needed. Okay. In the blocked position, emotional dissatisfaction over this Three of Cups energy, and we couldn't see a cup on offer. Cup on offer might have been blocked because we are weighing the past or history heavier than we were weighing the actual truth of something here. Okay. What Spirit wants you to know is that the wisdom gained from this that you take away, from you doing a 180. Didn't we have like from you doing the opposite thing, and there's the reward. And the little orange fishes, they're inside. They're not the clownfish anymore. Orange is creativity, sacral chakra, passion, something tangible and real. What's driving the block of the Four of Cups? Someone from the outside, they're either being super selfish or not being yet independent or solo, because that'd be Nine of Pentacles in reverse if this is a person for you. The person who was in that reunion energy that past was really weighing heavily there. You're letting it go. Good girl. Yeah. Driving that Queen of Pentacles. It's time to be a big girl now. And the potential outcome, fun comes back around again. You see this childhood friend or this person from the past that comes into the present. I don't know if this is the same person. It's triangulating here. 3 of Swords, 3 of Cups, 6 of Cups. What's driving that? Yeah, this was a pattern, babe. This was someone who had y'all caught up in the net. Okay, they come up. What the hell do they want? 2 Cups and the Moon, healing energy. So the 2 Cups energy is about balance and what you want wants you. It's not the pattern person from the past. This is new. This is a new message, new information about a 2 of Cups. New suitor. Okay, and remember that sword here that's getting ready to be the sword of truth is coming here. Okay. The Lovers and the Moon. Choice. 180. Land, or this one's from sea to land. Total complete change up. Because this person was not independent. So 9 of Pentacles is a singular energy. Got a lot of 9s. 9s and 3s, which are the 12 of our Pisces energy. Yeah, I feel like this is what's being eclipsed out, and we're healing, we're letting go of that. So then we have it, then we have a new choice. It's a choice to use that full moon energy to receive the vibrations of healing that moon siren, the healing siren, is sending out. Sending you someone's balance when we heal from this pattern of the past. What is okay, yeah, again, there it is. 10 of Swords in that Devil energy. Okay, let me keep going. Page of Swords. What's underneath the surface there? Queen of Wands, Aries and Scorpio energy. And Sun with the new choice. Yeah, it's definitely not getting you stuck on the rocks. Okay, there's the new all 4 aces of potential, pairing with the 6 of Cups, Queen of Swords, learning the discernment, seeing it from 180, only taking what's needed, pairing with the 2 Cups, new stick, baby, new wand. This is someone new. Pairing with the Moon and healing is the Captain's wheel here, Wheel of Fortune. It changes Fortuna. Okay. So the tide turning for or against us, Fortuna is sitting at 13 Libra. So about 7 degrees away from Venus. But that lesson, Fortuna here, is children blowing soap bubbles. It's about learning how to play. So, and they play in here, learning how to have fun again, discerning what's fun from what's just a pattern. Okay, let's get you a message here. Yeah, you putting 10 swords in that pattern. I'm glad to see that. Here's another choice underneath the surface that you can't see yet, but I mean, come on. And it's pairing, you know how unusual that is. I freak out when I see the sun and the moon. This is literally this eclipse, babe. That's divinely guided. this healing. Like this person was set about pain and like it was meant for you to adapt to this new thing. Oh, that's right. When this was also a 1064. Okay. This is like energetic upgrade too for making the better choice. Thank goodness. I feel like this is definitely an energetic shift. We've been in that other energy for quite a while. Okay, messages for Brandy. Change 23, peace. There's a dove there. Whatever was not peaceful, whatever was the devil, you put an end to that. And we've got another change in the wind, 12. Part of the reading. You're doing your 180. And I feel like we started talking about that last week. But correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, let's look at signs for these charms here of divine inspiration that leads to intellectual understanding. Okay, inside of that Ace of Pentacles, there's a little rocking horse here. And this is Leo energy. This is one of the Sabian symbols. It's a chubby boy riding a hobby horse. I don't know off the top of my head. I always put the James Burgess website on my notes, but that'll be one of the Leo lessons. Okay. That'll give you more information. We've got this frog. So leaping here towards symbiosis. It's going right to the justice, the karmic justice here. And remember I said it was you, there's a frog, and then a fairy that walk into a bar. You're leaping towards the new, honey. Okay. And what's aiming to that passing that's weighed heavier, this truth here that that's uncovering here. Could be a fire sign or could be someone that has a Mars driven chart. Underneath the surface, what you don't see here is Cupid's arrow. Cupid is in Scorpio, and that is a gold rush. Gold rush, the appetite to experience more abundance and worldly adventures. That's what this Wheel of Fortune changes. I like that. That's added when we stop letting the past weigh more heavily than the truth. This guy is like a little Yorkshire Terrier, dog loyalty energy. And a little guy that was hiding outside the charm box. Little bird that might be this dove, but my immediate thought was spirit, so cardinal energy. Like spirit leading the way here. They want you to have this peace. Like, don't worry about it. You'll be adaptable. You'll figure it out. And then there was a cross here and it was in reverse. So this cross has been unable to be bared before, but the opportunity here is to end the cycle of whatever's already been dead anyhow. I hope that made sense. Okay. That was a lot, I realize. uh oh, have you that song on the radio? Oh, that's awesome. You're going to Art Tender Love. Thank you. Such a good song. Such a good song. All right, I'll give you one more opportunity to roll, guys, if anybody still wants a reading. If not, that is totally fine, because I told Miss Kath, who's one of my moderators, that she's always here and she could not be here tonight and requested some cards. So I'm happy to do that because she has given me so much love and support. So if you'd like to put your numbers in, this would be the opportunity to do that now because I'm going to go. I didn't have time to go to the store today, so I didn't get my dinner. But I did get my hydrangea planted. That was a gift from my neighbor. I couldn't believe it. I had to use a hoe and everything. Where's Diana? She'll be so proud of me. It was not easy. It was harder to hoe than I thought it was. You're welcome, Brandy. You're welcome, dear. All right, I rolled. So if there's anybody that's listening that would like cards, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to be pulling for Miss Kathy here in the meantime. Okay. All right. Oh, okay, Miss Kath. Full moon 11/11 energy here. Situation, 10 of Pentacles. That can literally be anything, but she's in partnership mode here. That's a celebration. It can be wedding energy. 10 of Pentacles is legacy. Opportunity is forgiveness here at this full moon. That's what the Pisces full moon is. Releasing and letting go of an old friend in order to clear the decks or clear the space for an 11/11. Wow. Okay. Four of Wands and Emperor are both Aries energies. Neptune is an Aries. This feels like the lesson or the reward of this here. That would be third decan of Aries. We got a whole nother year still in Aries and Saturn. Galatia is also conjunct Saturn at 14 Aries. Okay, and that's about tuning into the natural rhythms of balanced instead of being enslaved by need. Okay, so situation of 10 of Pentacles being driven by Queen of Pentacles. Legacy, I'd say. Opportunity, hot, passionate, fast communication of this Five of Cups, whatever she releases and lets go of, and does some forgiveness work here at this eclipse energy. Let it go. Say it to the universe or say it to the person, even better. Or even if it's just for ourselves, right? Because then it's like whatever you've been holding on to here. Wow, that fell in the same place in the general reading. Spot number 4. Buried truth of the past, being driven by 7 of Cups. I'm confused, emotional fragmentation about what to choose. And you already know which one to choose. It's the one that you know the truth of what's the equal action. Someone that's willing to put in 2 wands to your 2 wands. Heart of the reading, yeah, walking away from old. I already said it. This Pisces eclipse, 8 of Cups, is opposing or balancing with the 8 of Pentacles. 8 of Cups being driven by the 3 of Pentacles. Don't walking away from some kind of dead weight. Whatever partnership energy that is, 3 of Pentacles, whatever kind of collaboration that was. Near future, Queen of Cups, the truth of the power of self-love. When we pour love and happiness into our own damn selves. That intuition comes on. When you let go of the small fish, we get the big fish. We get the big fish. This one's a whopper calf. Strength is in reverse. So the truth is about what you've pushed away. You're coming in an energy of, I want to celebrate equality and equal action with someone. And the truth is that we might have, pushed it away here in the past, but you can certainly call it in with just as much strength. It's whatever sleeping giant you've got to let lie here. This 8 of Cups, Pisces eclipse energy. Let go of perhaps a third party, third energy that's gotten in the way. It could even be like a mother energy or a wifey. Let's see what's driving that block and the strength. Yeah, the moon, the illusion. This is something you need to release and let go of here now. Okay. You're empowered right now. Emperor driving the 4 of Wands. You know what you want. You know the truth of what you want. You're not confused about what you want when you just look at the truth of something. Okay, even if there's some healing here trying to come your way so that our intuition can come online and be here. This is like the psychic upgrade that's still stuck under the moon or still stuck in the subconscious, or what this full moon releases in Pisces. You're Leo rising, so that means your Aquarius is sitting in that 7th house of one-to-one committed partnership. That's the 1111 card. And that is sitting at the Hindu healer at symbol 4, understanding the lessons that heal ourselves of distortions of light. Okay, so this is legacy. This is a lesson. This is all 40 things, including the 10 of Cups, all 40 cards. All right. So healing has been blocked here because we pushed away our own truth of some sort in the past. What Spirit wants you to know, heart of the reading, when you let a sleeping giant lay. The 8 of Cups, you have to walk away from the 8 Cups in order to walk towards 9 Cups. Keep walking, girl. Driving that 9 of Cups, yeah, this was an inevitable judgment call set up for your soul's growth. Set up for your soul's growth situation. Okay, no small energies, no 3 of Pentacles here. Walk away from 3 of Pentacles that are done before they even get started, or something that hasn't amounted to a hill of beans or that caused confusion. Potential outcome, 3 Cups. And driving that 3 of Cups reunion. High Priestess, baby. And it is mirroring the High Priestess of the Sea. Meticulously cutting away so something can come up for oxygen, so your intuition and your happiness can come back online here. Again, full moon energy, Pisces, full moon, High Priestess energy. God dang. And your environmental energy, look at all this major arcana. Position 1, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Dang. Those are not process cards. This is shit that's happening now. Okay, I would take advantage of releasing, accepting this full moon energy, doing that forgiveness work. Okay. It feels like this old three that only amounted to a 3 of Pentacles is coming back around, though. It's like a secret. Only going to be disappointed, 4 of Cups. Four of Swords. That's what needs healing here. This disappointment with a reunion energy. It's going to be disappointing. The Secret, Nine of Pentacles, and Queen of Wands. So maybe once the sun moves into the second decan, which is in about 5 days from this reading, that we're going to be disappointed again. Even if they say I'm in a singular energy now. I don't know why I don't quite believe that. Why is the High Priestess the Secret, the Queen of Wands? Maybe they don't think you'd be agreeable otherwise. Understandable. Queen of Wands. I think you're freezing them out, though, this time. 44, bookending that 8. What is this? The Secret Three of Cups. Crossroads energy. Yep, I think you're gonna freeze them out. Maybe you call them out on, like, are you really single and free to mingle? Or is that a bunch of Bobby Boucher Boucher? Empress, I think they still got someone, honey. 10 of Cups, which is part of the 10 of Pentacles. This is someone that you care about. Maybe they say they're having the intention at this eclipse energy to eclipse out an Empress. They're ready to set down a burden for this new Page of Pentacles because they want to get into their King of Wands. I mean, they did come in as Queen of Wands. Okay, I'll try to get a little more without getting too personal there for you because I don't know what's going on. So I'll leave that up to you. We got 17, the Star card, half the face. Okay, advice for Miss Kathy on this crossroads energy. I'd say trust but verify. I think I would want to see proof. I have no idea who that person is. Okay. On reverse, never ending story. So read the protection message for 37. The 37 card, never ending story. And it's a sand timer. Okay. And then, so maybe they are really saying they're ending their never ending story. Maybe they are telling you something different. Oh, mending energy here. Blue thread. 52 card, serendipity of the moon. The luck comes with the healing that's currently blocked from whatever intuition that has that information, has that divine inspiration hasn't come true yet, but it will. What does a sign or charm here go in this divine inspiration that leads to intellectual understanding? It's a sign here. Okay, that's a lot. I'm going to the bicycle on the Three of Cups. There's a girl riding on the back of the bike with it's like a 10 speed. We've got an Owl of Wisdom here on the near future intuition Queen of Cups card. On the Death card, the carelessness of humans, I've got Wheel of Fortune in reverse. A leaf in reverse or fall energy. I've got the Star and I've got a snowflake. There's a chunk taken out of this leaf, and oh my God, that's such a weird memory. It wasn't the Tootsie Roll turtle, but it was like the old McGruff. Was there a McGruff? Take a bite out of crime. I don't know. We've got, what is that? A half butterfly here on the death card, the change and transformation. It's like you're halfway there, and then a bit of that. We didn't have this. Yeah, we did. Near future sun energy. The sun energy is being brought in here with this turtle because near future, when you are following your intuition and following your own cup, filling your own cup full of wisdom here, that's when a situation with the Queen of Pentacles, two hearts, comes in. That's could be the legacy one. That could be the last person you ever date kind of thing. But it's new energy. Okay. It's with this new spark. And what is on the Seven of Cups? This sort of truth from the past was a rabbit head. Maybe only good for things that rabbits do. I don't know. And then on top of a man dreaming of fairies, opening up to the more subtle dimensions of reality here, which is this Queen of Cups energy, is a heart with love on it. Just saying. Walk away from a sleeping giant. It'll only ever amounted to a Three of Pentacles. That's like friendship energy. If you're not getting more than that, I think you're going to need more than just a Three of Pentacles. Because the situation, this is about a Ten of Pentacles thing. Whatever this was that claimed confusion here in the past, it was only a Three of Pentacles. And that's the one that you're walking away from here. Okay. Okay. I hope that. Let me put my glasses on. Can't see jack-ish. Oh, you're so welcome, Miss Brandy. And hey, Kaylee. There you is. How you doing? What are you doing? Are you already done with dinner? I gotta get my dinner. Let me get you at least an oracle card here, Miss oh wait. Oh, I was thinking it was I see this is why I need my glasses. I thought it was Smelly Hen Kaylee. That's her little tag name. So Synthesized Soul, how are you doing? How are you? We missed I don't think I saw Divine Timing tonight. I already knew Kath was gonna be out. Didn't get to see Diane, but let me grab you, even if you didn't ask for one, but since I'm finishing up here at 222, Synthesized Soul, let me at least get you an oracle card, girl. Okay. Okay. So tonight I'm looking for what this Mercury Cazimi being square, being challenged by knowledge is all about. It's also challenging, opening up to the more subtle dimensions of reality, as it is challenging or squaring Pisces 5, challenging us to interact with others with integrity and lightness of being. Okay, so I get you a little quick synthesized soul message. Thanks for coming. All right. Definitely check out today's notes because I referenced several June dates and I linked those readings and notes, one or the other, because back in June when I did those readings, it was already pointing to today's eclipse. So let me get you a quickie here. No? And that way you can check out the prosperity, the money message, love message, the general message, or the prediction message. A little quickie here for Synthesized Soul. Breathe, girl. 29. Definitely meditate today. Be cool, like pay attention to dreams. This is the number 29 card, and it's just called Breathe. I believe you were here when that came out in the general reading for one of those. And 11, justice, balance. Yeah, just chillax. Time for a nap. Chill, baby, baby, chill, baby, baby. Wait, I don't think you're old enough to remember that song, but we've got 24 with the new moon, the crescent moon with a sleeping fox. Cleverness can, yeah, peace, like it's all over. Just yeah, take the downtime and the charms we were pulling for a sign of divine inspiration that would lead to intellectual understanding. No way. No, this one is a dove. Definitely check out this message, wisdom followed by wisdom of the oracle, because I got double doves here happening. Time for a nap. I don't think this has ever come out before. And it says freedom. This is what are those called? A handcuff. Cuffs are off. Freedom is here. Okay, so this is Sanskrit. This is odd. On the breathe card, this is a Sanskrit symbol. It kind of looks like it says 3D, breathe in the here and now, 3D, but that is a Sanskrit symbol. Wow. Okay, breathe, peace, mending, peace is on the way. Just all you got to do is chill out right now. That way we can be open to the more subtle dimensions of reality. All right, guys, that's going to be it for me for date 9 tonight. Thank you for hanging out with me. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. I'm going to go get me some dinner because it's already 8:28 here. And I did not have time to go to the store because I planted a hydrangea instead. You need more rest, and I need action. I'm passionate. Like, yep. Judy Jude, thank you for being you. Thank you guys. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I appreciate you. And I know what you mean, synthesize soul. Like, I want the balance. Yep. Rest first. It's like nothing's happening quite yet, but I would definitely look for a dove as a symbol. It might be an actual animal dove. This could be coming up here at the once the new moon hits and it starts to crescent. That's going to be new moon will be in a couple weeks, so this could be like 3 weeks out for this freedom energy here, where the handcuffs come off. Okay, but for right now, in the 3D reality of it all, for your own balance, just take a hot breath. All right. Oh, there's my OLPs. Okay. All right, guys. I love you. Thank you so, so much. I'll see you next week for date night. And please look for readings that I post from now and between then. I'm super, super close to hitting that 1,000 watch hours for monetization. So I'll get to have super chats and everything. I think I'm like at 99%. It's crazy. So hopefully tonight helps. But I love you. Much love from my heart to yours, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye for now.